few weeks back, I had a severe case of writer's block. No matter what I did, I just couldn't string a sentence together. I was sitting there staring at a blank Google Doc and nothing was coming to mind. So I said fuck it and decided to go out for a walk. Figured to go out and get a drink or a bar of chocolate or something to take my mind off things, just refresh everything. By the time I got there, I had my heart set on a Monster energy drink. But something I hadn't seen in years sat on the shelf right next to it. A Rockstar energy drink. Wow. Man, I used to drink these like water back in the day, as did a lot of the other rockers I hung out with. So I grabbed it along with something to eat, I found a nice place to sit down, I cracked open the can and took a well-deserved sip from my trek. It tasted just like I remembered it. It tasted like mid-2000s nostalgia. As I scanned the can with my eyes, I spotted a QR code for a Rockstar energy drink playlist. Oh nice! Maybe there'll be some new French rock and metal bands on here to discover along with some other classics I used to listen to. Maybe some of my friends will be on this playlist. I've no doubt that Manigans will be on here for sure. After all, they're one of the biggest metal bands in France. If not Manigans, then definitely Sortilege. Without hesitation, I whipped out my phone, scanned the QR code, and I waited in anticipation for the playlist to load up. Oh man, this is going to be so good. What appeared almost made me spit out my drink. What in the fuck is this? There wasn't a single rock or metal act to be found on this list. Every single artist was a black hip-hop or R&B artist. This is odd, I thought. Where's the rock music? I couldn't believe it. But I decided to give the playlist the benefit of the doubt. Maybe there'd be something resembling a rock song in here. Maybe I just had to find the diamond in the rough. But sadly, as I went down the list, there simply wasn't one to be found. While some of this music was good for what it wasn't representative of the drink I was holding in my hand. A Rockstar energy drink. Rockstar! It's in the name. Where are all the rock stars gone? May as well change the name of the drink to hip hop juice at this stage. I was in pure disbelief by this point. I just couldn't get over it. I'm sitting there and I'm looking at a can that says Rockstar energy drink while some shit R&B artist is fucking rapping in my ear. I couldn't get over it. Could you imagine if any artist on our side crossed over to them? Imagine if Guns N' Roses stepped onto the BET Awards and now, winner of the Hip Hop Awards, it's Guns N' Roses for their rock song Welcome to the Jungle. How was something like this allowed to happen? I decided to go down the rabbit hole and what I discovered shocked me even more. You see, Rockstar Energy is owned by the company PepsiCo. They bought it over a few years back. PepsiCo is the company that owns Pepsi and Pepsi Max, the cola drink. That particular brand of cola used to be marketed heavily towards people like myself, you know, the people with the long hair, the rocker dudes, right? They funded a show on Much Music in Canada called the Pepsi Power Hour. The Pepsi Power Hour was a show dedicated to hard rock music. Almost every Pepsi Max ad throughout the 90s and early 2000s was marketed to the rocker dudes and people who were into extreme sports. But I guess at some point the brand decided to pivot and find a new target audience, which I guess is the reason why this playlist is a load of rubbish. Now look, I know it's no secret that rock music doesn't sell like it used to. Unless you're a legacy band like Judas Priest or Kiss, chances are, if you're in a band, you're also holding down a 9-to-5 job to make ends meet. But you see, France is the country that hosts one of the biggest metal festivals in the world every year, Hellfest. It takes place once a year, has plenty of bands on it, so it begs the question, why is that playlist not representative of that? Why is it not supporting new and upcoming bands? Why does it not have any rock music on it at all? And don't give me that bollocks of people like Kanye West are the new rock stars. I will never accept that horseshit. That's like saying Slipknot are the kings of rap. I've got to believe that there are kids out there with a hunger for rock music who, despite having YouTube and Spotify, haven't got the first clue on what to type in and are going to look at brands like Rockstar for a reference, but all they're going to see is this nonsense. But as a wise young man once said, it's time to get up and fly the flag, because this is rock and roll, baby. It's more than just a fashion. If they won't do it, I will. I'm going to put together a real Rockstars playlist. Let's show these traitors to the genre what real rock is all about. Up first is Huis Clos by Manigans. Manigans are France's #1 power metal band. Starting their career in the mid-90s, they gained a loyal following throughout their 20 plus years in the business, but in the last few years they've really broken ground. With their new singer Karim Pinto at the helm, the band has gone from strength to strength. In 2022 they released 3 versions of their new album The Shadows Ball, an English version, a French version and a Japanese version. They were also one of the first power metal bands to take a stand for the LGBTQ+ community with their video for Huit Clos. I highly recommend you give them a listen. Up next is Black Rain with their song Untamed. A power metal band turned sleaze rock, Black Rain are a legendary band that rose to fame in the late 2000s. They were part of the second wave of glam metal, rising to fame along with bands like Crash Diet and other bands within that movement. They're best known for their songs Rock Your City, Innocent Rosie and Overloaded. They broke ground in their home country of, guessed it, France, when they entered their country's version of the show Got Talent, exposing them to a nationwide audience. Their latest release, Untamed, is top marks. I highly recommend you check them out. In at number 3 is Wake Me When It's Done by Voodoo Angel. Voodoo Angel are an incredible hard rock band from Toulouse that broke the internet with their fantastic covers of songs like Michael Jackson's Billie Jean and INXS's The Devil Inside. But they also have amazing original songs, and their latest one, Wake Me When It's Done, just bursts with sexual rock and roll energy. Their lead singer, Jean-Luc, has a swagger about him that pairs perfectly together with Chris Monette's style of playing. They are this era's version of the Toxic Twins. You won't want to skip this song. In at number 4 is Chris Holmes, The Devil Made Me Do It. Chris Holmes is an 80s rock legend. He was the lead guitarist of the legendary band Wasp, who had such hits in the 80s as Wild Child, Blind in Texas and I Wanna Be Somebody. Today he lives in France and is still rocking the Wasp sound. The Devil Made Me Do It is everything you want a Chris Holmes song to sound like. It's great. And finally at number 5 it's Harsh with their song Never Let Go. The lead singer stole my luck and put it to good use. Never Let Go is full of chug heavy riffs, great lyrics and great vocals. They're an incredibly tight band and have so many other great tunes that you should check out. I can't wait to see them live. To whoever made this god awful playlist, hang your head in shame. This is what it should look like. If I wanted to listen to shitty mumble rap, I wouldn't have bought a can of Rockstar energy drink to do it. Any new band who wants in on this playlist or anyone who has a cool song they wish to add, leave it here in the comments and I'll add it to this. Let's build a proper list so that proper rock and roll music could get a look in once again. This has been Rockstar Energy Drink's Biggest Scam by Richie Kearns Productions. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like, share it with your friends and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.